The Canon EOS 500D comes with a 15.1 megapixel CMOS sensor, high ISO up to 12,800, a continuous shooting of 3.4 frames per second up to 170 JPEG, a 3-inch Clearview LCD with live view mode, a 9-point autofocus system, and of course, Full HD movies up to 1080p. The Canon EOS 500D comes with the instruction menu, software CD, USB cable, AV cable, battery charger, rechargeable battery, power cord, neck strap. With the kit, you get the EFS 18-55mm lens, and of course, the Canon EOS 500D body. The Canon EOS 500D pretty much came out against the Nikon D90, and you can see them now side by side for more close-up physical comparison. The D90 is physically bigger and also heavier. It also comes with a top LCD, which is missing on the 500D. However, the 500D is, because it's lighter, it's more compact and easier to carry. One thing which the 500D is bigger than the D90 is the sensor size, as well as the quality of the videos that can be taken with the 500D. We'll go more into that later. As mentioned, the 500D is compact and lightweight, so it feels great in the hands, especially if you've got small hands. But even if you've got big ones, with the addition of a battery grip, you'll feel great. One of the key changes I've noticed is that with the mode dial, you now no longer have a custom setting, but instead you have a lot of scene modes that's already preset for you. You still have your creative auto mode, the CA mode, along with the full auto mode. But in addition, you have your portrait mode, landscape mode, macro mode, sports mode, etc. Of course, there's also the movie mode for HD movie recording. So this is going to be quite interesting to see how it looks, and we should go into that by powering on the computer camera and have a look. Right now we're in full auto mode. If I turn it to the creative auto mode, we're seeing the standard settings that we've seen in the previous cameras, where you can either blur or sharpen the background, darken or lighten the exposure, your different picture style, quality of the image, and of course whether you want single shooting, continuous shooting, self-timer or continuous self-timer. Now, if we were to change it to portrait mode, you can see that there's really nothing for you to set beyond perhaps continuous shooting or the size. So this is definitely very convenient for people who are new to using a DSLR. You pretty much can use it like a compact camera or even a bridge camera with interchangeable lens. I think Canon is trying very hard to make DSLR common to all users of cameras. Same again, you have your landscape, close-up, sports, night portrait, flash off mode as well, for those situations where you don't want to blind people or where there's a restriction on flash. Having said that, the 500D is not fully a camera that's just for beginners. You still have your program modes, priority, shutter priority and aperture priority there as well. You also have your manual mode. Okay. Now if we were to go into any of the program mode, say shutter priority, we can enter into live view by pressing the live view button, and we can see that by pressing the star button that the autofocus is more responsive, but still definitely a little slower than you would get if you were using the optical viewfinder. However, it's definitely markedly improved from earlier live view focusing. Of course, you can still get a faster autofocus by going into settings, and using quick mode. Which will then allow you to autofocus quickly, but then you would disable live view very quickly for that period. Not to miss out, you also have live view with face detection as well. To demonstrate the face detection in live view, we've got a magazine now, and you can see that the camera automatically tracks the face accordingly. And then when we press focus, it locks. In movie mode, we can access the menu and have the movie settings as well, where we can turn on grids for better composition, your metering timer, which is the interval when it would take another metering reading, and you have 4 seconds, 16 seconds, a minute, etc. Your movie record size, which goes up to 1920 by 1080. Your autofocus mode, which is the initial setting for the autofocus. The grid lines, of course, are optional. And while in movie mode, you could still take pictures by pressing the shutter button. But to record, you should press the live view button, which now acts as the video recording button. And by pressing the button, you'd see that recording has started. And it's right into the card as we speak. At this point, autofocus, while still possible, is a lot more sluggish.